My name is Philip DeFranco, and let's just jump right into it.
Hello, Philip DeFranco. Welcome to the Lonercast.
This show is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Everything about everything. With Honey, you can save multiple percents when you check out. Just use the coupon code Honey.
How the fuck does Honey make money, dude? How do they make money? I don't understand it. We're not sponsored by Honey, though. This is the show. Welcome.
Welcome.
We're live here on twitch.tv/lonercast. Again.
Yes, we are.
We're doing it. It's a Saturday, and we had to do the show this week. It's an important show, because
it's not that important.
I mean, in terms of video game news, it's pretty important.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's the PlayStation Showcase. It's happening. Woo! Woo!
And he cut out.
Yay! PlayStation Showcase. This is the first PlayStation Showcase since
16 years.
Since 2021. It's been 2 years. So crazy, that's exciting. Man. But before we get there, Nick, how you doing, man?
Oh, just chilling. It's been a slow day. Been real bored. Real bored today. Like, I played some Jedi Survivor and got to a point. I'm like, that's a good stopping point. And I got up and walked around my house and went, what am I going to do? What am I doing today? I don't know. What else am I going to do? I don't know.
More Jedi Survivor, I guess.
And then, pop back into it, play a little bit more, get to a good stopping point, watch some YouTube videos. So it's like, it's just been one of those days where I'm not doing shit.
Love that.
It feels bad. But, it's better than being out in the heat right now because it's like 100 and something degrees.
Well, that's a fun story because me and my sister is my roommate, right? And we're moving. And we're moving into different places. But today, she moved out. So,
wow, what a terrible day to move out.
It actually wasn't that bad this morning. It was pretty cool. But then once it hit around like 2, it just got really hot out of nowhere. But we were done. So it actually wasn't that bad. She didn't have that much stuff. And
good.
Yeah.
So you're alone in the house. Bachelor pad.
3 weeks by myself in here.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. That was cool. And then I hop on YouTube, right? Because I'm setting up the live stream, and YouTube's like, hey, we just wanted to let you know one of your videos is breaking our terms of service for bullying and harassment. And it's
fuck you.
it's a fucking
nerd.
Yeah. I was like, wait, for what? Like, what the fuck have I even posted recently that could have possibly done it? And it was a Jake and Corey podcast which has been
where you bully Corey.
We literally haven't done that show in a year now. Like, it's been over a year since we've done a podcast. And even before we ended the Jake and Corey podcast, we were posting on a different YouTube channel at the end of that show's life. So this is a podcast from like 2 years ago.
And
it was a podcast about the QAnon shaman or something.
Oh, nice.
And I like skimmed through it, and all it was just us being like, oh yeah, fuck the QAnon shaman.
Oh yeah, you can't say that because that's bullying.
But it's like, why are you fucking striking me for something that happened like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
And also,
that goes on your record and everything like that.
They say it's just a warning, but
okay.
So it doesn't.
But if it happens again, if they find another video from your past,
then we'll get a strike. And if we get a strike, we can't live stream on here anymore, which is very sad.
That is sad.
But I don't know. You get like 3 strikes, and then strikes go away after like a month. So I'm not like worried about it, but it's just like, what?
Let's try to get those 3 strikes, dude. Let's see how terrible how like hard it is to get strikes.
And then we could go on, like, if we get strikes, we can like go on the circuit. We could go on like the Joe Rogan podcast and be like, they're canceling us, bro.
Yeah, cancel culture, bro.
They're canceling us. So what did you say? I mean,
we said fuck the KKK.
all we were saying was the Holocaust.
The Holocaust was bad, yo, and they canceled us.
Yeah. And then they pull up the clip. They're like, you said the opposite of that, actually. Yeah. So
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's fucking weird.
It's all bullshit.
Like, how? Like, what is the
how many views did that video get? Do you remember? Like
Not
3?
I mean, it was probably one of our more viewed ones. It was probably like 50, but like that's still really fucking low.
Yeah.
Like, why do you even care? Like,
yeah.
we get no views on this fucking
Shouldn't
channel.
even be on the radar.
Right.
Like, why are you even wasting resources to view my video? Like,
yeah. How about you put my fucking videos in some recommended pages? How about that, YouTube?
how about that, YouTube? Maybe it was trying to. Maybe it's like, let's give this guy a break, and then it pulled up that, and they're like,
Oh,
whoa,
yeah, not this guy.
not this guy.
This guy doesn't like QAnon.
He does not like the QAnons.
He thought January 6th was a bad thing. What a weirdo.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my day today. It was okay. It's not bad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I almost bought a really expensive board game today.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hell yeah, dude.
That's why you texted me about.
I texted you about playing board games, and then I'm like, you know what? The chances of anybody ever getting together are very slim. We still got to go through Gloomhaven. I got other board games to play, so we'll go through those first.
I'm down though to play board games whenever. Yeah.
Sweet.
And our schedules line up a bit better now.
Yeah, they sure do.
We could do that. We should do that.
I was just thinking like Sunday. Sundays, just
family day.
Maybe once or twice a week.
A week.
Or once or twice a month, sorry. And we just, I don't know, do that maybe.
I'm so down. Yeah.
Cool.
Board games are, as I get older, I long for board games more than video games almost.
It's kind of like it's like I miss face-to-face interaction. Like this is cool, and this is why I like this show, because I get to see my boy face-to-face digitally, I guess, but still I get to look into his eyes and see his new haircut and all the good stuff. Yeah, and I like it. It looks good. But man, I just miss like hanging out, cracking a cold one with the boys. Whatever happened to cracking cold ones? You don't hear about that anymore. Nobody's cracking cold ones.
It's QAnon.
It's QAnon.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys. They're ruining everything.
It's QAnon. It was JFK's son all along, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
RFK.
Yep. That's him.
Richard F. Kennedy.
What does the F stand for in
Franklin?
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it actually?
Francis. John Francis Kennedy. John.
Oh.
Phyllis.
John Fitzgerald. How about that?
Fitzgerald. That's a cool name.
Yeah. Fitzgerald. Love that.
Fitzgerald Kennedy. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Damn. That's a good name. That's a strong name.
It's a good presidential name. Love it.
Yeah. I like it.
Well,
love it.
Speaking of presidential names.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's get into the titties, baby.
Oh,
my favorite presidential name. These are some tidbits of news that we feel are worth mentioning, and we're gonna mention them right here, right now, baby.
Hey, let's mention these bad boys.
The PS Plus collection is dead. It doesn't exist anymore. So.
Oh, good. It lasted longer than they thought it would.
Mm-hmm,
to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, mainly because of the constraints and stuff. So.
Yeah.
If you didn't collect those games and you had a PS5, sorry. You could have played Persona 5 for free. You fucked up. You fucked up. Now you got to pay like $20.
God damn.
Next titty here, we got Nick Cage. Nick Cage is in Dead by Daylight.
What? Why? I had to think of what Dead by Daylight was.
That's like the game where they add like Freddy or like Jason. They just released a promo where it says Nick Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight, and it's not even like one of his characters. It's just fucking Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. So okay.
So like Nick Cage is just gonna come and like try and kill you.
That's pretty cool.
It's so random. I fucking love it, man.
Sure, yeah, that's cool. I've never played Dead by Daylight, but cool.
It's like that. Remember that Friday the 13th game?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like an asymmetrical.
So somebody chooses a bad guy, and
then the other
everybody
one
else has to try to escape or something like that.
Yep, I think that's it. Yep.
Okay.
And now Nick Cage is one of those guys.
Cage is trying to kill. Is he just like trying to get you to watch his movies? Hey, watch The Wicker Man.
Well, I imagine it's gonna be like his character from Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, where he's actually like an FBI agent or whatever, right? In that movie. So
is he really? I didn't know that.
I think so. Like that's his whole thing is like, hey, Nick, we need you to go kill this guy, but then he becomes best friends with them.
Oh, yeah. But he's still Nick Cage in that.
But he is still Nick Cage. And it's like, what if Nick Cage was actually like an FBI agent as well?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that comes out next month. Get hyped about it.
We are going to see what that's about.
I'm about to play.
Maybe we won't.
I bet we'll all forget.
Probably.
No, there will be some weirdos that like post TikToks about it, and it'll come through my TikTok and I'll be like, oh, that's funny. And then never think about it again.
Yeah.
In any other week, this would probably be like a bigger piece of news, but I just put it in titties here because there are bigger things to talk about. Just one thing to talk about, but it's big enough that it fills a whole show. But Overwatch has canceled its PvE mode.
Yeah, well, fucking man.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did. I did actually hear about this, and it's no surprise to me. It's yeah, this game was dead on arrival, I felt. And it seems like it is anyway. Like it is. It just took a long time to actually die, you know. But it seems like it is dying. So,
indeed, yeah. The whole thing when they launched this game, they're like, hey, there's more coming, and there's a reason we're making it too, and it's because we're doing PvE. It's just not ready yet, so get hyped. Keep playing the game, and it's coming. You're gonna love it. You guys are all gonna fucking love it. And then they're just like, anyway, so that's canceled.
Yeah. Hey, we made the money that we needed to make, and we don't need to support this game anymore. So we're moving on.
I almost feel like it's like, hey, we didn't make the money we thought we were going to make. So we're just kind of done supporting it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Because I don't think Overwatch 2 did as well as they thought it would.
Do you think so? I feel like it did just as well as they thought it would.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they went, this game's not going to do very well, because everybody was shitting on this game when they were like, Overwatch 2, and then all the reviews came out and they're like, it's literally Overwatch 1.5. There's nothing new. Like, they didn't change anything. The game sucks even worse. And so I had a feeling that they knew at least like a week before the game released what they were getting into.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And I feel like if I was the developer and I was seeing all this stuff online, I'd be like, oh man, I got to find another job.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's just like Overwatch was the biggest game ever, and the fact that they fumbled it this hard is just it's mind-boggling, really. You would think like an Overwatch 2 would be the biggest fucking thing in the world, but that game launched and no one talked about it. Like nobody was talking about it. Everyone's like, oh, it's just Overwatch again, but it's like got a new meta and it's worse. We don't like the new meta. Yeah. And then there's like no new characters. They've added a few, I think, but like
probably
for the most part, it's the same characters. There's no PvE, and now they've canceled the PvE. Yep. Yeah, it's just it's a nightmare. What are you doing?
I mean, even when the first one came out, there was like crazy amounts of even if you didn't play the game, artists were still making like fan art from
lots
the game.
Of porn.
Well, lots of porn. That was a huge thing too, wasn't it? There's a whole lot of porn. So
remember when everyone was all upset like, when Tracer like changed her stance so you saw less of her butt?
I don't remember that, but
whatever. It was like initially when you in the character select or whatever, She was
No,
like standing
I get it.
backwards, and then yeah. People were
Yeah.
that was like a big controversy. Now, if that happened, no one would give a fuck because no one would know. No one would talk about that shit. Not now, not never.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. Overwatch 1 was fine.
I just enjoyed staring at you for that little brief moment there.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to you. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, so Overwatch, it's dead. Anyway, moving on. Moving right along. Nick, I don't know if you heard, but PlayStation, they're back.
Are they? Where'd they go?
I don't know, like the Bahamas or something.
Oh, okay. Well, good for them.
Yep. And now they're back. They're like, hey, we're back from the Bahamas, and we thought we would give you a press conference. Just because.
That's exciting.
Here's a showcase. This comes from the PlayStation blog right here. You're invited. PlayStation Showcase broadcast live next Wednesday, May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. The show will run a bit over an hour, focusing on PS5. Fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. This is a big one.
It's a big one.
Focusing on PS5, PSVR 2 games in development from top studios from around the world. Expect a glimpse at several new creations from PlayStation Studios, as well as spellbinding games from our third-party partners and indie creators.
Okay, so the whole gamut.
This is like, let's say PS5 came out 3 years ago, right? Let's just say that, because it did. And let's say
just for shits and giggles.
Let's say this first 3 years, that was phase 1, right? I think this is like, hey,
you think this is going to be phase 2?
This is phase 2, you know?
Interesting.
Here's what's to come the next few years of PlayStation.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because right now, all we know from PlayStation is Spider-Man. Really, that's it. And factions a little bit.
Have
they announced anything else? Like, what else?
Some other things.
Like, there's things we can assume, like Ghost of Tsushima 2.
No, there are things, right?
Like
are we getting into what we think they're gonna show?
We can if you would like.
Okay, so Final Fantasy 16 is for sure gonna be there because that game comes out pretty soon. They're gonna show like a final trailer or whatever it is.
For sure.
We got Spider-Man. That's for sure going to be shown off there. 100%.
Yeah, I think they'll open with that. Yep.
Wolverine. I don't think a Wolverine's going to be there.
Maybe like a small trailer.
I'd rather them not focus on the Wolverine, right? Like if
it's Spider-Man's
Insomniac
time
comes out, Spider-Man, boom, this is all Spider-Man. I feel like if they do the back-to-back Insomniac games again, then it'll just take away from the Spider-Man thing. I think we'll get like a gameplay or a story trailer for Spider-Man. One of those two. Another thing that we know is coming out is Death Stranding 2.
We do know that.
But
that's true.
You know what? I don't think that's going to be there either because Death Stranding is Jeff Keighley's baby, right?
I was thinking that too, and Jeff Keighley's thing is coming up. So
Summer Games Fest.
They might save that.
We might get like one of those eerie trailers, like, you know, the kid in the stomach or whatever, and he comes out. We might get something that like, what the fuck was that kind of trailer?
And it might even say at the end, "Stay tuned for Summer Games Fest." It might even say that.
Release the date. 100%. 100%. Another one that I think is definitely going to be there is the game that I'm like most excited for this year or whenever it's coming out. It's supposed to come out this year. Stellar Blade, previously known as Project Eve.
We'll definitely see that for sure.
That's for sure going to be there. I've seen some things online that say like, you know, PlayStation Pro, like the new place, and I don't think that's true. I
mean, it's possible they're working at that, but I don't think this is the place they would show that.
No, well, probably not. And then the fucking VR games that we'll get.
I'm curious, actually. Do you think we'll get a lot of VR?
Maybe like 5 minutes.
I was gonna say, like, how long do you think?
Maybe like 5 minutes. Like they'll definitely do a sizzle reel, right? Where they're like, look at all these VR games. They might show 1 to 3 VR titles in like longer than just part of the sizzle reel. That might showcase a little bit more. But
yeah. I feel like,
oh, and the one game that should not be named, I also believe is they're going to be there.
I think without a doubt they have to show it at this.
If not, does this game even exist?
I agree. I think without a doubt we're gonna see, and I hate to say it.
He's gonna say it.
I hate to say it, folks.
He's going to ruin it.
Every time we say it doesn't exist.
Shut your monitors off right now. Oh my god!
But we're gonna say it. We're gonna see The Last of Us multiplayer.
Oh my 100%. God! He fucking said it. He fucking said it. God damn it.
Now the question is not whether or not we will see The Last of Us multiplayer. The question is, what are we going to see from The Last of Us multiplayer?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to come out this year, right? They said something about this year.
All he said was at Jeff Keighley's thing. He's like, we'll have to see this at a different
okay. So
Keighley event or whatever.
Like probably next year.
Yeah, it's either this year or next year. It'd be cool if it came out this year. But I feel like we're at a point with this game. I don't want to like say too much and be like super wrong about it.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they like actually showed what this game was. Like
really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You think they're gonna show off
like, here's what this game is, because at this point,
systems and shit.
Yeah, at this point we have no fucking clue other than it's Last of Us. Like what this game actually is. And
it's gonna cost me $575 because I'm gonna need to buy another PlayStation.
Right, that's true. So, well, I wonder, do you think this is gonna be like a game that's gonna cost $75, or do you think it'll be like a free to play thing?
No way is it gonna be free to play. Knowing Naughty Dog, no way is it gonna be free to play.
True. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it could be one of those things where it's almost more advantageous for PlayStation to get people into that PlayStation Online ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, free to play, maybe not, but the free, like the, what is it, PlayStation Gold or whatever, it might be in that, like the list of. It might
I get what you're
like
saying.
A free to play thing, but it's like, hey, if you are
PlayStation
on
Premium or whatever,
is that what it is? Yeah, whatever it's called now. I think it could be in there.
Yeah, so that's a good call. Or maybe it's like if you own The Last of Us Part 2, you get it. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something like that.
That would be nice, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it would be too convoluted. Do you think they'll release like I don't know. It's hard to say. Do you think we'll get like a beta though? Do you think maybe possible? No. Nope. They'll just drop it. I think
unless it is genuinely free to play, the beta might come out and it'll be like, the free to play multiplayer games where it's just like, this is a beta. We might shut down. You might not have progress saved, all this stuff, but you can play it and tell us what you think. It could be that.
What do you think we'll see from it? You think just like a trailer, or you think?
Man, I don't even want to say it. Like,
Neil Druckmann will just come out and be like, "We're still working on it.
We're still working on it." Yeah, like the fucking 6 times that he's. They've been working on this game forever. I remember the tweet on Outbreak Day, which is the Last of Us Day, the day the virus spread in the game The Last of Us or whatever. And he tweeted something. The first Outbreak Day after Last of Us 2, and he's like, I know what you're waiting for, and we've got news. And then he was radio silent for like a year and a half.
And then he
And
was
it's
at
like,
the Jeff Keighley thing. It was
and then
like,
he was at the Jeff Keighley thing.
here's
It's like,
some concept art.
we still don't have any news for you, but it's still being worked on. And it's like, fuck, man, they've been working on this game for a minute, you know?
It is a little concerning.
So they were stepping up. So I could see I could actually see like some sort of open world Grand Theft Auto type sort of.
I've heard like the Division meets Tarkov.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, it's got to be something new, right? It's an idea that they've come up with that nobody's really come up with. Like, it might take from, Fortnite or the Division. and
You're Ellie, you're coming in from the sky bus.
Well, I don't know, but like, or even Rust, how you have to like create all your things and keep them safe and stuff like that. I feel like it'll be something new. It'll be something different. It won't be just a multiplayer 6v6 or 5v5, whatever it was. I think it was 5v5 back in the day. I think it's going to be something that we haven't seen, and they're going to try to do it. And with that, I hope they have like backup plans. So it's like, if this doesn't work, then we have the capabilities of backpedaling and going into something else, like changing it on the fly live without releasing a whole new game.
Now you want to hear my pie in the sky thing that could be possible for this?
Pie in the sky?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Like, it'll never happen. Okay.
Okay. I've never heard of that pie in the sky shit.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Throwing a pie in the sky. I don't know.
I was imagining like, oh, what's the UFO up there? Oh, it's just a pie.
Yeah.
That's a big ass pie with a slice taken out of it. I don't know.
Exactly.
In the sky for some reason.
Now, what's
your pie in the sky?
We get it. Here's my pie in the sky. They show us a little glimpse at Last of Us multiplayer, and then they're like, oh, here's one more thing from Naughty Dog. And we just get like a brief thing that's like, here's what our next game is.
Naughty Dog's next game?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Not anything big, just like maybe even just like a title card, you know what?
I can see that because they did that same exact thing for God of War Ragnarok back in the day.
Yep.
So I could see that it could be like, a Starbound sort of situation. Like, this is our next project name, Buster Keaton. Like, I don't know. And like, that's it, and you just get a title card with the idea.
Naughty Dog Starfield
idea, yeah. So I could see that. That's not a pie. I don't feel like that's a pie in the sky sort of situation. I feel
or it's Last of Us Part 3. I don't know, whatever it is they're working on.
No. Well, although that might be true because the Last of Us show did so well that they're like, hey, if you give us another game, we'll give you $6 billion to put another season on Hulu.
I heard someone ask this question. I forget where I heard this, but someone asked, do you think it's possible that if they do a Last of Us Part 3, Neil Druckmann works with Craig Mazin on Last of Us Part 3?
You're going to have to tell me who Craig Mazin is.
Craig Mazin was the showrunner on the HBO series.
If they do a Last of Us 3 game?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think so either. It was just like an interesting question that I heard. I don't think so either. But
no, that whole project, I feel like, is, at least the games wise, is Druckmann's child.
Yeah.
Like, that's his thing. As soon as Druckmann dies or, retires or moves on to something else, which he kind of already has, I feel like The Last of Us is going to fizzle and Naughty Dog's going to work on something else.
Yeah. Well, Naughty Dog is known for that too, where they have a few big games and then they're like, okay, what's the next thing? You know?
It's how they stay relevant. We've gone over this a lot of times with like the Halo franchise, any of the Xbox series, God of War, Halo, uh, Horizon at this point. Not Horizon. What is it? Forza.
Oh,
Forza
Forza.
Horizon at this point. Like, it's just like, yeah, okay, we need to do something different. Just stop putting the same fucking game out all the time. So and Naughty Dog, I think, gets that. It's like, yeah, we'll release 4 really good games and then move on to something else.
The other thing that I think is a as I like to say, a pie in the sky. But while we're on like big names,
Are you sure it's not up high in the sky?
no, it's
Is this a bone apple tea sort of situation?
Yeah. But speaking of big names like Neil Druckmann,
Okay.
there's my man Cory Barlog.
Cory Barlog, yes.
My man Cory Barlog.
I thought this would come up. Yeah.
He did not work on God of War Ragnarok.
I oversaw a little of it, but yes.
Because he's been working on his own new IP.
Right.
Is it possible we see something from whatever Sony Santa Monica is working on with Cory Barlog?
I'm going to say a saying that we used to say when we were young lads back in the
sky.
That makes no fucking sense when you really think about it. And that saying is, if it's popsicle, it's possible. So I think anything is possible. I think it's possible that we'll see Cory Barlog's fucking new IP announced. I think it's possible that they're gonna announce a new PlayStation Vita. I think it's possible that something that you want so bad in your heart is going to happen at this thing. It's very possible that that's going to happen. For me, I don't think the Cory Barlog thing's going to happen at this one. Whatever
seems
the game
too soon, doesn't it?
It just seems too soon. I know it's been 2 years since Cory kind of announced that. Yeah, I'm not actually working on that, and everybody's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, yeah, this guy's working on the Ragnarok thing. I'm working on something else that I can't tell you about. But, maybe he's been working on it for a lot longer than we thought. Maybe Santa Monica broke up into 2 things and traded people back and forth wherever they needed it, which makes sense because video game development works in chunks, right? So the art team is working on this thing while the design team is working on something else, and it's the art team can, while they're in the lull, they can go work on these. So it's very possible. I think I don't think it's going to show up because I think it's too soon, but I've been wrong in the past. I'm not omniscient.
I just want to throw this out there. I looked up pie in the sky. This is from the dictionary. Pie in the sky, something that is pleasant to contemplate but is very unlikely to be realized. Wow. I didn't make it up. It's a phrase. People say it.
No shit.
It's like you want a pie, but it's in the sky. Like you're not getting a pie from the sky. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's some Looney Tunes shit right there.
I think it's a very old man phrase.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you're a very old man. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what?
I think it's possible. Much like the Last of Us, title card, it's possible we could get that from the Cory Barlog game,
mm-hmm.
but that is the most we would get from the Cory
name. Yeah, a name,
and that it exists, and it's you're not seeing anything else from this game for the next 2.5 years. You know, that's the most I can imagine coming from that.
One thing that I just popped in my mind that would cream everybody's jeans except for me because I don't give a shit. Bloodborne remake. I was
gonna bring it up.
So
I was gonna go even further with it. I was gonna go even further. I was gonna say Bloodborne coming to PC and Bloodborne 2 on the way.
Ooh,
a double hitter.
See, that's a huge risk.
That would be crazy. I don't think it's happening, but that would be crazy.
I would not take that bet. But yes, you're right. That would make everybody cream their jeans.
Now, hear me out. What if it's
me? Because I don't give a shit about Bloodborne.
What if it's Bloodborne coming to PC and Bloodborne 2 being made by Bluepoint?
Oh, and that's Bluepoint's new thing?
Yeah.
because they have a new thing that's going on, but no, they're not talking about it. They haven't talked about it yet. So
I think we'll see them there, whatever it is.
I think we'll see them there, whatever their game is. Yeah, absolutely, 100%, without no question. That's one of those ones that's like, yeah, they're going to be there.
Yeah,
show off
Bloodborne PC port seems very plausible to me.
On a PlayStation showcase, though, that's interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it could happen. I
was thinking Bloodborne PlayStation 5 update, like 60 frames, 4K.
No, yeah, I think they'll label it as that. Like, hey, this is an upgrade to PS5, and it's also coming to PC.
At the bottom of the screen, it's like coming, date PlayStation 5 PC. Yeah, I could see that 100%. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting so fucking zooted for this thing. It's insane. The fact that when they said it's over an hour long, I'm like, oh fuck, this shit's gonna be a banger. Like I just feel it.
So there are 3. We've talked about the big boys, but there are 3 indies that I want to bring up as well. Now, one of them I don't know if it's Nintendo Switch exclusive or not. I don't remember if it's on anything else, but 3 indies. And as I'm thinking about them, they're all slipping from me. 1, Silk Song. I don't know if Hollow Knight on PlayStation. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I played it on Switch. I don't know if it's on PlayStation. So.
It is.
Okay, so Hollow Knight, Silk Song,
possible
would be a possibility. It's been fucking goose egg.
Although, just like last week, the producers or somebody, whoever's working on Hollow Knight, was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're delaying it." Even more.
Delay's fine. Delay's fine.
Delaying a game, though, but saying, "Hey, we're delaying it," and we don't even have a fucking date on it. That's a pretty we're not seeing that for a minute. Is what I think.
Oh yeah, no, I can't believe it's taking them this long to fucking.
They're a small team though. They're a small team.
I know, but they announced it way too early.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they realized how ambitious it was going to be.
I forgot the third one, but the second one was that like bounty hunter, that cutesy bounty hunter game where you fight monsters. Oh, what is that one called? Oh man, I can't think of what it's called. It's like that asymmetrical looking. Oh crap!
I don't know.
Okay, cutesy, bounty. I just had it. Game, PlayStation. Not bounty hunter. PlayStation third party. And you got like the guy with the huge backpack and he's walking around, and then you got the old man, and it seems like you're like delivering shit to the old man. Fuck, I forget what it's called. What the fuck?
I'm totally blanking on it, man. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You have no idea? Okay.
No.
Somebody's got to know, right?
Please. Somebody out there.
Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. It's an indie game. It's a small little indie game. Fuck me, dude. Anyway, it'll come to me.
Little Devil Inside?
That's the one. We got there.
We fucking got there. Yes, we need to fucking see that game.
That's the one. Little Devil Inside. Yeah, you're like the little guy with the backpack, and you're running around killing monsters and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. It's cutesy, artsy fartsy, and there's like an old guy. Yeah. So all of these were correct, but yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I think we need to see that game, right? Because we saw they did like a big presentation on this game, right? And then it just like disappeared.
And nothing.
It was so weird.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to see that game for sure. What about Dokuve? What happened to that game?
What happened to that game?
I just looked it up. Man. I see an article here. Dokuve, which was planned to be released in 2023, has been delayed to 2024.
Okay, well that's fine, but still
possible to see it.
We could show it.
Yeah, little thing there.
Yeah.
The other big unless you can think of the third thing you're thinking of.
I can't think of the third thing I was thinking of. It'll come to me though.
The other thing that is like heavily rumored, so much so that I think it's definitely gonna happen, is Metal Gear Solid 3 Remastered.
Yeah, I don't know where that rumor came from.
I don't either, but everyone is talking about it, and I'm like, so much so that I'm like, this has to be real,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I've no idea where that came from, but people seem to be like gung ho about it. It's like, okay, sure, I guess.
And I don't know much about the Metal Gear series, but from what I hear, Metal Gear Solid 3 is like a prequel, which is why they would do that first. And maybe they'll go the they'll go the Resident Evil route and re-release them all, but they're doing 3 first because it's like a prequel. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but so yeah, that seems very, very likely and would be interesting to see Konami sort of re-enter the fold like that. Although I'm sure they got some other studio to make it, you know. They're not doing that in-house. Few more pies in the sky for you here. Just to throw them out there. Here's a pie in the sky, okay? Persona 6. Don't think it's happening.
Doubt.
But
Strong doubt.
I also doubt it, but like it's worth mentioning. Could happen. Doubt it though. The other pie in the sky is another 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. Don't think it's happening, but it could happen.
On PlayStation. Would be...
They have a history with PlayStation.
Yeah, it would be odd, I feel like. But
that would be the biggest piece of news if that happened.
If it's popsicle, it's possible.
Yeah. So that would be crazy, and that would be an excellent surprise. But I don't think that's happening. I feel like at this point, Grand Theft Auto 6 will have its own event when they're ready to announce it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Either that or it'll be at the Summer Games Fest. I could see them doing that.
That is such a big get for Jeff Keighley. Like that would be insane.
Yeah, but he's the new guy, man.
He's
the new guy. So I don't know what. I don't know. We just traded E3 for Jeff Keighley. Key 3. Nice.
Key 3, yeah. Keighley 3.
Keighley 3.
Yep. I think this is going to be a banger, though. We're definitely, like you said, we're going to see Final Fantasy 16. Do you think we will see Final Fantasy 7 Part 2?
The next one,
whatever
they call it. Yeah.
I feel like we would see that in a block.
Yeah, it would be the two together. I could see that.
I could even see them throwing in the next Kingdom Hearts with that as well.
Really?
Like here's the Square Enix moment. Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, and Kingdom Hearts 4 or 5, whatever the fuck it's on.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Because they announced that game. Remember? They fucking announced it. Kingdom Hearts. So like,
yeah, there was a thing for it.
Yeah, so it's not like out of the realm of possibility that we would see it.
No, you're right. I've also been hearing rumors of Silent Hill.
Oh. I mean, the fact that Konami is like sort of dipping their toe in with Metal Gear, apparently.
Yeah.
It makes it feel possible.
Yeah. So that's another thing another rumor that I've been hearing, but I don't know how because it's not one of those things that I keep watch of. I've never played a Silent Hill, so it's one of those things that I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But if true, there's going to be a lot of wet pants out there. So
the other one I wonder about is, what is Sony Bend working on? They haven't announced anything.
No, but we do know it's open world. That's about all we know from that. So I guess it could be shown, but I think it's too early. You
think? I mean, Days Gone came out in 2019.
But as you see, I think they were like an assisting team after that.
You might
Like,
be right.
I don't think they jumped right into another project. I think it was just like, okay, your game's done. You're going to help out other studios until we figure out what we're going to do with you. And I think that's how how it worked for them. So I I don't see them. Maybe something. Maybe like you said, just from Microsoft bend or Microsoft from Sony bend, project whatever, and that's what it's going to be. So I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those. That's a little too early.
Yeah, another one I wonder about is, and also probably too early, but I'm interested, is what is Housemarque working on? Probably
Housemarque.
a little
Housemarque.
early.
That's the guys that did
Returnal.
Returnal.
So the only reason I bring them up, because they really just released that game 2 years ago or whatever. They make games quick, like because they usually do smaller things, but they could be pushing into like a bigger direction. So I don't know.
You know, maybe.
But I mean, that was
I think
still like 2 years ago. So
maybe like a DLC for the game, another DLC or
possible.
Something like that. I could see, but they do take their fucking sweet ass time at releasing games. Seems like they do one every generation sort of thing.
Let me see.
Because Rez was on the PS3. Then you had
so they did Matterfall in 2017. They did Nex Machina, which also came out in 2017.
Wow.
Alien Nation they did in 2016, and then Resogun they did in 2013.
Yeah, Resogun.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like, they had Rez on PS3, Resogun on PlayStation 4, and Returnal on PlayStation 5. That's what stands out to me from them. So
I mean, Alienation was pretty big, and so was Nex Machina. So
I don't remember those.
They are games that exist.
No.
So I mean, it's possible that not that the game will come out soon, but that like we were saying about those other things, like, because I do think it's possible that at this showcase we see things that aren't coming out for a while, because this is a big showcase for them, So it's possible to see some stuff that we don't want to expect for a while, especially with the cadence of these showcases. They haven't done one since 2021, and if they keep up that cadence where it's like every other year,
it's gonna be massive.
Yeah, they're gonna show all the big shit right now, and then
like what you were saying.
So
yeah,
I don't know. It just feels like this is the time to blow your load,
Yeah, I've got a couple more things just to quickly maybe go through. I'm reading some comments on stuff. Somebody says Wonder Woman. Lollipop Chainsaw remake. Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I don't think this is. Alan Wake 2. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We could get some Alan Wake 2 shit.
I'd fuck with that. Feels more like, I guess.
Yeah, I could see it.
Control 2.
No, because they're doing Alan Wake first. I know.
But Remedy has this way of just
just fucking throwing shit out there.
I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
Yeah, so I think we've pretty much nailed it. I think everything we said is going to be on there, and anything that we didn't is fucking fake and won't ever come out, kind of like Skull and Bones.
I got two more things here I want to bring up. Okay.
Right, yeah.
One thing is Bungie, probably just Destiny. Like, they'll just be like, hey, Destiny.
Fuck, man. Fuck. Can we be over Destiny too?
Yeah, but they own them now, so they'll have a presence there.
Bungie just release something else, please.
That'd be cool if they're like we were saying about the other things, where they're like, hey, this is what we're working on. I don't know. Possible. But yeah, Bungie will show up. It's probably just gonna be like, hey, here's our next Destiny thing. Give us your money, thank you. And then the other pie in the sky here, just because I'm a super fan, and I do not think this is going to happen, but I want to say it. I want to manifest it into happening.
Manifest it into reality.
That James Bond game. Oh man, I want it to happen so badly. This is not the place for it, but it'd be fucking cool if it happened. Like, give me that IO James Bond game. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. But
I just saw something, and I don't know if it's true or not. There is a game company called Firesprite.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they have made Horizon Call of the Mountain, Star Citizen,
Yep.
The Persistence I've never heard of, Air Force Special Ops, the PlayStation Room VR, the Playroom, the original Playroom, I guess.
Yeah, they do a lot of VR stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, but somebody in a comment section said Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal is happening. 100%. We're gonna see that.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, because they got the show coming out, or movie, or whatever it's gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna see Twisted Metal.
Okay.
Yeah, new Twisted Metal.
That would be cool.
That's a good call.
I'm a fan.
That's a good call. And while we're on that topic too, do you think it's possible that we see like PlayStation Studios productions, like the movie stuff?
Oh, like movie stuff, like announcements of trailers, movies and shows and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see like a little segment of them going, yeah, we've,
it would be super brief.
Yeah. It would be like one guy getting on stage like they used to do and go, yeah, we've done so well. Here's an image for all of the movies that are coming out.
Yeah.
And shows. And
the super long shot thing that I don't think is going to happen is like, hey, here's a trailer for that God of War thing that's coming out.
No,
but I don't think it's happening. Especially with like the writer's strike and
it would be such
happening.
A waste. I feel like they could easily just like release that online and it would blow up.
Yeah, totally agree.
They wouldn't need to do like a
or they just
need to surround it with video game stuff.
Yeah, or they just do it on their own. Yeah, like a different thing, Yeah, I agree. But they could. I mean, it could be just like, oh, if we do it here, then the gamers will believe in us or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's it, man. That's a lot of predicting we did.
We pretty much ran through the whole thing. Yeah. And the one thing that I'm really excited two things I'm really excited about is the Project Eve, or whatever it's called, Scarlet Blade, and Factions.
Mm-hmm. Factions. And
if I get those two alone, like a release date for this year for Scarlet Blade, it's not called Scarlet Blade, whatever the fuck it's called, and a
Stellar
trailer. Blade. Stellar Blade. Yeah. Scarlet Blade was a different game.
Yeah. Don't play it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know about now. It's probably really dated.
Yeah. I think it was at the time.
It was at the time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want a release date for this year for that game, and I want gameplay. This is my high hopes for Factions.
Yeah.
Like system showing trailer. A trailer that shows what the game is.
Like Ellie handing out missions or whatever.
I don't know about that. Just like, just show me what the game is.
Yeah.
Give me something to look forward to. Because right now it's just like, what could it be? Just kind of narrow my focus down and go, it's a fucking battle royale. I'm like, okay, this is where I'm focused now. It's not, whoa, like anything's possible. It's like, okay, this is the direction they're going. And then I can, get off the hype train a little bit and settle down into my seat on the train, I
agree. Yeah. I think, and the other thing that I'm excited about, as I am for like all of these showcases, especially big ones like this, is like things we don't know about yet, things that are impossible to predict.
Yeah.
So like, like an IP we've never heard of. Like
a fucking Project Eve sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Holy shit, this is cool, you know?
Yeah, or like whatever
100%.
Naughty Dog's working on, or Cory Bar, like those things where it's like
100%.
we don't know what these IP are. Like that's, I always get excited for those things too. So I'm sure we'll get a couple of those things too, where it's like, damn, that looks cool. Yeah,
I hope so. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm excited now. This is my number one game to look out for in the next couple of years.
Yeah. What if this happened? This showcase happens. It was like the worst. Like they just show like an hour and a half of fucking VR games.
Yeah,
it's like Team of Soma.
Me, dude, that would suck so bad. I would be upset. I'd watch it though. I'd watch the whole damn thing. Just hoping.
So real quickly here, last week also, PlayStation Showcase. You know, Jeff Grubb. You know, he's out here doing the thing. He's always dropping info. I don't know how this man always has the info, but he does.
He grubs it.
Right before the PlayStation Showcase was announced, he released this document that's like, here is the key 3 like lineup. Like, so here it is.
Okay.
At this point, he said week of May 25th, PlayStation Showcase, because he didn't know the date yet. But now we know it's the 24th.
Well, they probably didn't know either at the time.
Yeah. But
so they probably knew like it's this week or whatever. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How has this guy not like been found out yet? Like, how are the sources for this guy?
He seems like a cool guy, and I think he's just friends with all these people. And then he's like, hey, can I leak this? And I honestly think like these people come to him and they're like, hey, can you leak this? Like, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
June 7th is Tribeca Festival. June 8th is the Summer Game Fest.
June 8th, okay.
June 9th and 10th is Key 3 Days of Play. June 11th is Xbox Bethesda Showcase.
Are you serious? Is that what it's called?
I think it's just called Days of Play, but
okay.
But
Key 3.
My man Jeff Grubb put Key 3 in here.
I can't believe that's hilarious.
I think it's just called Days of Play.
What a fucking meme.
Yeah.
What a fucking meme. Okay.
So yeah, June 11th is Xbox Bethesda Showcase, and then also on June 11th is Starfield Direct. June 12th is Ubisoft Forward. June 25th is the Summer Games Concert. June 27th through 29th is GDC. June 20th through the 23rd is San Diego Comic-Con. Probably won't see much there. August 10th through 13th is QuakeCon. August 11th is a THQ Nordic showcase. August 23rd through 27th is Gamescom. September, we're getting a Nintendo Live, whatever that means. So I don't know if that means we're not going to see anything from Nintendo until September or what, but that's pretty wild. Then September, we're also getting PAX West. September 24th through 27th is Tokyo Game Show. And of course, December 8th is the Game Awards. So that is kind of the info we have on all the upcoming big events. So
this dude just doing the work.
He's got it in there, which is nice. I'm going to put this all on my calendar. Although I just know a lot of these are going to move around and shit.
Yeah, it'll move. It'll be around at the same time.
Yeah. We do have one more piece of news here, Nick. And it's a fun one. The MPD numbers are in, baby.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
They're in for April. These are the top 10 selling video games of April 2023. At number 1 was Star Wars Jedi Survivor. At number 2 was Dead Island 2. At number 3 was MLB The Show. Number 4 was Resident Evil 4. At number 5 was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. At number 6 was Hogwarts Legacy. Number 7, PGA Tour. Number 8, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Number 9, FIFA 23. And at number 10, Mario Kart 8. Sticking around.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
Still there.
Surprised to see Mega Man actually making it on the list.
Yeah, well, I was
cool.
very tempted to buy it, but then, looking back at the gameplay and stuff, I was like, oh man, I'll just leave that in the past.
There's so many games like that where I'm like, man, I'd love to play that. And then you remember, God, there's Jedi, there's fucking Zelda, there's all these things to play.
I can't spend another $30 to just not use the $30 that I spent.
Exactly. It's like I'd rather go spend $30 at Chipotle or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
I like
3 meals from Chipotle. Holy fuck.
Nah, dude, I like extra guac.
Extra super guac. Get a
Yeah.
drink with that bitch.
Like
Also,
a full bowl of just
like
guac.
double meat.
Yeah.
Guac and double meat. That's it. That's all I get from Chipotle.
Can
$33.
I sub my rice for guac actually?
Just give me the tub. Just give me the tub that you got of guac right there.
Do you want chips and guac? No, just guac, thanks.
Just guac.
Here are the top 10 selling video games year to date for 2023. At number 1, still holding its spot, Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. Wow.
At number 2 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Number 3, Resident Evil 4. Number 4, this is a new entry, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Nice.
Number 5, MLB The Show 23. Number 6, Dead Island 2, actually getting on there. That's wild. I'm surprised that game sold that much. Number 7 was Dead Space. Number 8 is FIFA 23. Ooh. Number 9 is Madden NFL 23. And at number 10,
Mario Kart.
Elden Ring.
Oh.
Sticking around. Weird. Ooh, that's another thing we could see. We could see like the Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
very possible. Very possible.
Absolutely. 100%. I could see that.
And the mech one.
The mech Armored Core.
Yeah, we could also see that too. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's our show. That's it, baby.
That's it, baby.
Open Critic, Zelda is 1,000%. Everybody loves it.
1,000%. Have you played it?
I played it.
You've been playing it, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Is it good?
You know what? I gotta tell you, dude. I've been playing it. It's the best game ever, dude. I love it. It's fucking amazing.
Oh my God, he got me. He got me. I was gonna say, it's good, but also like,
It's the best game ever, dude. I fucking love it. It's because you play it, and you're like, oh man, there's no reason to ever go back to Breath of the Wild, because they're like,
oh yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, they're like, let's take Breath of the Wild and just make it like so much better.
Make it bigger.
Like all the complaints that you had about Breath of the Wild, I think they address here.
Really?
I think there's a lot more to do. There's still shrines, but because of the mechanics, mechanics of the game, there's so much more interesting. I think, and there's like a million ways to solve it. The thing I love most about this game is the fact that they're like, there is a way that they're like, you should solve it this way, but then they're also like,
fucking get to the end.
Yeah. There's a million ways to do this, and it doesn't fucking matter. And when you do it wrong, it never feels like you broke the game to do it. It's like, no, that's fine. It's good you did it like
cool.
that.
That's cool. I like that.
And it's a really good feeling. And the way they did the Koroks too, as much as people have been complaining about it, a lot of the Koroks in the first game were like, you move a rock and you find a Korok seed.
Yeah.
In this one, it's like there's always these 2 Korok dudes, and you gotta like get them together.
There are the move rock, find a Korok.
Yeah. But also, I think, but like the new mechanic of like, hey, this guy's way the fuck over here, that guy's over there, get them together, figure it out. I like that mechanic. I think it's really fun.
Link the public transportation are.
Yeah. But it's like you end up like having to figure out very weird things, because it's like, oh, they're on 2 separate mountains, but there's a rail here. Like how do I get them across? Like it's very fun. It's a very, very fun game. And yeah, go ahead.
I've been watching RT, RT Game or whatever, the Irish guy.
Yeah.
Scottish Irish guy. Must be. He's got to be Irish. I've been watching him play it and just fucking like beat the bosses like right off the bat, just on accident. He's like, what's down this hole? And then he'll just fucking go on a tangent and completely list like, oh, this must be the final boss. So I've been watching him do it, and the game looks actually really cool. But I've been watching him on YouTube. I haven't been watching his live streams. So it cuts out all the parts between the interesting parts. So it's like, I don't know if the world is still as fucking separated as it is in Breath of the Wild. But every time I watch it, I'm like, damn, that looks like fun. I'd like to do that. I want to find that part and put it on a fucking weapon and give myself plus 30 attack damage or whatever the fuck, and make it look like a fucking tree grinder.
So I'm only about like 9 hours in, which is crazy to say, like only 9 hours, but like for real, it's like I barely left the tutorial spot. So like I'm like not even that far in the game. Um, so I don't want to like speak out of turn here, but the fact that, I mean, it's the same like Hyrule, but like every place has been redesigned and like everything has an added element of something there. It feels so much more fleshed out than the first one. Plus, you've got all these sky islands in the sky,
Right.
which are fucking crazy. And then from what I hear, I haven't gotten there yet. There's like an entire underground area as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So, and the craziest part, and I've seen this online, is people jumping from the sky islands and just diving straight to the underground, and the game doesn't fucking crash. It doesn't load. I don't know how the fuck they made this game, and it's only like 26 gigs, dude. I don't know how the fuck this game exists. I don't know how the fuck they made it. There are moments where you're like, this game's kind of ugly, but like the fact that it's stylized the way it is makes it a lot more acceptable, and it never feels like it's stuttering. Like very rarely, and it makes you look at that Pokemon game that came out, and you're just like, there's no excuse for that fucking game, because
that game's ugly too.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is just like so next level. I don't know how the fuck they made this game run on a Switch, and it's a great game. But
I've been watching, and I'm like, man, this game looks fun. It actually looks fun.
I think even for you who didn't like Breath of the Wild, I think you'd like this. I think it totally addresses all the complaints you had about the last one.
Well, the abilities look better. Like reversing time is better than magnetism. Creating cars and vehicles is better than what was another thing that you could do? Making something heavy, right? That was another thing.
Right. And then freezing something, and
freezing, like
then you could also make those like ice block things in the first one.
And that's just really, those are really boring.
They were great for what they were, but like what they did here was just like they took what they did in the first one. They're like, how do we make this like way more fun? And they did it.
Way more interactive rather than just get on top of the block.
Yeah.
All right, now make the block float. Yay.
Yeah.
You won the puzzle. Like that was how it felt. It was like, good job, little buddy. You fucking got the ice block and stood on it and then moved it and you win. Like I felt like that was it. And then there would be like ones that's like, good fucking luck, you fucking piece of shit. And it's like, I don't even know where to start here. And you're just standing around like a fucking idiot. So yeah, this one looks much better, is all I'm saying.
I think it is much better. So far, I think it's a 10, but I can't
trust everybody because everybody loved the first one too.
I know. That's why I don't want to be like, oh yeah, dude, you got to buy this, because I mean, I don't know. You're hard to read sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I am. I'm very hard to read. But you know, if it's got Star Wars in the name, I'm gonna love it.
Well, Zelda has Star Wars in the name.
Has Star Wars in the name. If it did, I would fucking love it. That's what I'm saying.
Link has a mullet, dude. That's pretty cool.
Cal Kestis has a mullet too, so
he can. He doesn't always.
He can. He doesn't have to. Mine doesn't, because it's disgusting.
How far are you in that game?
Pretty far, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a time. I don't think this gives me time played. It might.
What do you?
22 hours.
There you go.
And played 22 hours.
I'm still at that point where we were when I last talked. I haven't played it since, because I've been playing Zelda. Yeah.
I've done like 2 or 3 more story-based things.
I want to get back to it this week. I want to play a little bit more of it. I don't want to let it fall to the wayside, you know.
No, it's good. It is good.
Yeah, I was fucking loving it, and then Zelda
it is better than the first one character-wise, for sure. I wish the combat was a little better. It just feels so not choppy. It's like it's sluggish. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm using a lightsaber. It doesn't feel
Did you get the crossbar?
I did.
Yeah, how do you like it?
I did. I like it. It's good. I'm so far right now. I'm using the gun and the crossbar because the gun is useful for long range, and you can like break somebody's stance by just shooting them, which is a lot easier than like trying to hit somebody with a lightsaber at close range. Like, because they'll back up, and if you hit them and break their stance, they're stunned. Then you just run up to them and start slapping them with the lightsaber. The crossbar is like a fucking heavy hitting claymore, it feels like. So it's just a lot of like, and then like swinging up, and then so it takes a lot of health from them, but it is slower. So if you get mobbed by a couple of people, then it's tough to counter multiple enemies. So you got to have that like quick blade, but also the slow blade for the single enemies, which is cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Sounds good. I'm excited to get back into it. So
yeah,
I'll report back with my findings.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Next week in games. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even add them in here. Whatever. Next week in games, we've got the fucking PlayStation Showcase. So go watch that and we'll talk about it next week. It's going to be awesome. Very excited. Hopefully it doesn't let us down.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like the Xbox stuff or the Ubisoft stuff. Or
I'm excited for the Xbox Showcase. They always show good stuff there.
Yeah, but only once. Only one. They have one a year, and it's good.
And it's always because of third party stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything that they do on their own, it's like, oh man, I'm so fucking sick of this. I don't want to watch this. These are just teenagers fucking laughing about fart jokes.
Just like, what the fuck, Major Nelson? Eat my ass.
Yeah, what? It's fucking Major Nelson. What are you, like 12?
What are you,
Come
12?
on. You're like a 70-year-old man. Grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up, Major Nelson.
Stop playing video games. What are you doing? Wait, shit.
This is a business. This is not pleasure.
Yeah, I hate video games. I only play it because of the millions of dollars we make for this podcast.
Exactly.
Which you can watch on twitch.tv/lonercast.
And give us millions of dollars.
You can check out our spoiler casts on the YouTube as well. We did one for Guardians.
Give us millions of dollars.
Guardians was a good movie. Very good.
It was. It's a very good movie.
Very good movie. So
we're gonna see Fast X this weekend.
Yeah. But we're not
gonna do anything on it.
We're not ranking it. That one's just for family.
Yeah.
Just for family.
But if you see it and you want to talk to us about it, we'll talk to you about it.
I told my mom, I was like, I'm seeing the new Fast and Furious, and she's like, oh, who are you seeing it with? I'm like, I'm seeing it with family. And she's like, what the hell? Why wasn't I invited? I'm like, oh, different family. Sorry.
No, chosen family.
Yeah. You wouldn't understand.
Ones. You wouldn't understand. Get it. Have you seen any of the other ones? You wouldn't understand.
Yeah. Daddy's got to get to work, you know?
Yeah. Daddy's got to go to work.
10 out of 10.